What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the new album from the band Portal, entitled Ion. This is released on Profound Lore Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very experimental, avant-garde, Lovecraftian style of death metal. Yeah. I honestly consider a band like Portal to be one of the big dogs and top guns when it comes to extreme metal out of Australia. This is a band that is has gained a ton of notoriety over the years. Their music style, their aesthetics, their imagery, just a very weird and wild sort of band within death metal, and I think Portal have managed to get that sort of style down perfectly, and throughout the last 20 plus years or so, Portal have been putting out music that really challenges the brain, in addition to just freaking people out with their style of music. I mean, I'm very much big on this band's entire discography. I really think that Portal have been consistently strong throughout the years, from early material like their first two full-length albums, 2003 Sepia and 2007's Altre, to the next stage of evolvement for Portal with full-lengths like 2009 Swarth, and the last time we had heard something from Portal was back in 2013, I want to say, with Vexovoid. Seriously killer music, and if it wasn't for Portal, bands like Vomitor and Impetuous Ritual wouldn't be existing, because those are bands that happen to come from the same sort of offset as Portal, featuring people who are involved in Portal. Those two bands are great within their own right, but as far as Portal is concerned, it's just top quality music. When I found out that there was going to be a brand new Portal album coming out, it almost seemed imminent. It's like you knew there was going to be something new coming out, but you just didn't know when or how, or even if it was going to be dropped. And then all of a sudden, we get the first taste of what things are going to be like. They had this one sort of tease sampler that had somewhat of a harsh noise vibe going for it, experimental, electronic, or whatever. But then we get the song Frex, which was the first single to come off of Ion, and I was immediately hooked right away. Pretty much everything you would know about Portal showed up in that one track. The riffs, the drums, the vocals, the progressions, the dissonance. It was all there. And I was really excited to see what kind of direction Portal were going to go for with this album. And now here we are with their fifth full-length entitled Ion. It's 9 tracks and it clocks in at around 37 minutes in length, and this album is a very intriguing sort of look into another intriguing entry within the Portal discography, because pretty much if you are aware of and familiar with the Portal sound, you're going to get that in plenty of spades here. But the thing I noticed the most about Ion is I'm getting a little bit of a stripped back, but also a very muscular sort of sound going for it. I think that this is probably one of the more muscular, well-produced records to come out of the Portal discography. You can easily hear it right away amongst the first couple of tracks. But as this album progresses on forward, you get more deeper into this band, to this album's psyche, and then you truly realize what Ion is all about. And I honestly consider Ion to be one of my favorite releases of this year so far, within this very first month of the new year. It's very, very special. Yeah, musically, it's what you would expect out of Portal. The riffs, the tone, the dissonance, it's just all there. I mean, I mentioned Vomitor a little while ago. I'm picking up a little bit of that Vomitor essence in certain parts of the guitar playing, like on tracks like Esp, Eon, Age. It's 3 little words, but of course if you put it together it says espionage, but it's spaced out for this song. And I fucking love the riffs on that song. It's just so wild, and these chord progressions, these dissonant riffs, they're all there and they all work out so well. It's insane. Again, going back to the track Frex, just the guitar riffing and songwriting going on that track works out very, very nicely. And then later on with tracks like Revolta Volts and Fathom, just some seriously wild and crazy guitar playing going on here with this record. And that's something that makes the Portal sound so distinctive and unique, are these guitar riffs and chords and progressions. It's just nuts. And excuse me, Ion really brings these really crazy riffs together. The bass work on here is just as immaculate as the riffs are sounding on here on this record. It's very, very good. I really love the way that the bass is tuned in for the production on this record. I think everything works out very smoothly and very nicely. Good tone, good balance. Definitely something to accompany the really crazy riffs that appear on this record. The drumming on here, it's pretty much another highlight of this record. The blasts, the syncopations, the speed, it's just really crazy. The more mid-pace sort of parts pay off very well and very nicely, but then when you get to the blasts, it's just something really special, and I really think it amps up the overall craziness of this record, and it makes things that much more entertaining. And another thing I really enjoy about this record is another thing that makes a Portal album so special, and that would be the ambience and the atmosphere, the noisiness of things, like on the opening intro track, Nth, that's how I'm going to say it here for the video. The setup and build-ups work out very well. You have a track on here called Spores, which is like a whole lot of instrumentation, fast drumming, and just very noisy, harsh sort of stuff going on with that track. And then on the closing track, Old Guard, which is the longest track on here, you definitely get more of the weird and obscure sort of sounds going forward here with all of the riffs and music. It's just really crazy. And when it comes to the vocals, the curator, once again, showcases what a maniacal, evil sort of vocalist he really is. And here on Ion, his vocal deliveries are very well spoken, very well worded. It's definitely something awesome to be listening to. Very good vocal work, especially on songs like Ion Age, Revolta Volts, and once again, the closing track of this record, Old Guard. The curator really does weave a very awesome tale here to be told. I'm really curious to know what exactly the theme is behind this record, because from the way the album is, the way everything looks, there's a little bit of a math problem being woven here. And of course, a lot of folks either can be good with math or can't be good with math, but there's a very intriguing story being woven here on Ion, and honestly, it honestly leaves a little to the imagination. I want to know more. I want to know what the whole vibe and feeling of this record is, and these math problem sort of things throughout the imagery and the album cover art and the inner artwork. There's just a lot to think about. This is definitely some thinking man stuff, thinking person stuff, if you will, but really awesome vocal performance, very awesome delivery by the curator here. So overall, another very intriguing album within the Portal discography. I don't know if I could say this is their best stuff. I still hold albums like Swarth to a high standard, maybe even Vexelvoid to a very high standard, but Ion is very special in its own right. This is another consistent piece of work from Portal. If you're a fan of Portal, I really don't see why you wouldn't enjoy something like Ion. This is a very damn good album, and definitely will be on my... This is on my top year of 2018 stuff so far, until more stuff comes along. So if I had to think of any personal favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Ion Age, Frex, Revolta Volts, and the closing track, Old Guard. Very awesome track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Profound Lore Records Bandcamp page where you can listen to this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it digitally. You can purchase the CD through their Bandcamp, and I will also leave you a link to the merch table Profound Lore merch table where you can purchase the CD there, and you can also purchase this vinyl here. What I have in my hands is the pre-order that I placed when they first made the announcement. Very interesting sort of layout here, kind of like how it kind of reminds me of how that last Abigor record was, how the artwork was laid up sideways. There, I'll show you as best as I can here. There you see the album cover art, this nice metallic sort of thing going on here. There you see Profound Lore Records logo right there, nice and shiny. You have a gatefold here. Very, very nicely done here. Very beautifully done gatefold. See if you can get all that shine up on here. It's a very beautiful gatefold, but the layout is quite weird, to say the least a bit. Comes with this gigantic, way oversized poster of the artwork. Yeah, I can't really fit it all on screen, but you can see where I'm getting at here with this poster. This thing is fucking huge. This is door-sized, in my honest, humble opinion here. Huge, huge poster. Download code with the vinyl if you want a download code, buy the record yourself. Comes with this very interesting printed inner sleeve with more of the artwork, the math problem stuff. Very freaky sort of stuff here. And I got one of the very limited vinyl variants, the black and silver merge, limited to 100 copies. Very high quality record here. More silver on this side. You have the black on the A side. Very, very good presentation as per usual with Profound Lore. I want to get the CD copy eventually, but this is definitely a very awesome record to have. I know there were glow-in-the-dark versions too, so I'm pretty sure those sold out very well. So yeah. Again, the album is Ion by Portal. This is released on Profound Lore Records. Go check this one out. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very strong 9 out of 10. Definitely one of my favorites for 2018 so far. And more craziness is going to be soon to come from Portal, I hope. So if you've happened to have heard this album, definitely let me know what you think about it, how you feel about it, and how you think it compares to previous Portal albums, or any of you guys into Portal. Definitely let me know. I'm going to need to work on my manners etiquette for that little burp you heard earlier. I'm going to conclude this video review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until next time, Army Out.